peace be upon him, gave in order to exploit youth before old age, and health before sickness, wealth before poverty, and time before being busy, and life before death. Al-Awza'i also, he said, 1 hour from the word, this word, hour, the human will see it on the day of judgment, day by day, hour by hour. So any hour he hasn't mentioned Allah, he will regret a lot for missing these hours without mentioning Allah. So how with hour by hour, day by day, the Muslim, if he understood the importance of his time, he know that the time need to be exploited and maintained to what satisfy Allah.
تعالى أيها المؤمنون
Dear
الله
brothers and believers, Allah's word were al-Asr, the days and nights, to benefit from time will have a great benefits for the Muslim, and wasting time without any benefit, that will get regret on the day of judgment. So we need to hurry to exploit our free time and also exploit our health today. Today you are in the world of action, and tomorrow in the world of accountability. Today you are healthy, so you need to do the good deeds before you get sick and prevent you from that. Also, you need to go what's good, because you will see the consequences of that as a great blessings in your book after after death, and after person see what he did. And also, as said, the days are three. One, yesterday, what has done with what is done, and tomorrow maybe you will not get it. And the day you are in now, so you need to work hard. This is the word. What's strange in that, that people, they are happy, that most of people, they are happy that they pass these times and years, and they know that they are make them closer to the end of their day age. So our breaths, they are steps toward our graves. With each breath, we are getting closer to the grave, hours after hour, day after day, and people, they don't count it. Hours, they are very precious to be wasted in empty, or in wasting speeches, or even in gossiping without being honest, and not to ask or advise with good thing and prevent bad thing. So, dear brother, don't waste your time. Some interpreters say, scientists said about this time in Al-Asr, it's Al-Asr pray, where Allah swear with Al-Asr pray, as some interpreters or scientists say, because this pray, it is very special, which is at the end of the day and the start of the night. So Allah mentioned it when He said, by the time and he ordered to maintain praying on this time according to what he said, where he said,
حافظوا على الصلوات والصلاة الوسطى وقوموا لله قانتين. حافظوا على الصلوات أي أدوا هذه
so
الصلاة
maintain the prayers, do the prayers, and the middle pray. If they say this is Al Asr pray, because the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, on Al Khandaq,
عن الكفار الذين
he said
شغلوا
about
بالقتال
the people who got busy with wars
ملأ
and
الله
fighting.
قبورهم وبيوتهم نارا
May Allah
كما
filled with their
شغلتنا
houses
عن
with
الصلاة
fire as
الوسطى
they get us busy
وهي صلاة العصر.
to pray Al Asr.
فإذا للمفسرين
So
تفسيران.
interpreters, they have two
الأول
interpretations. The
العصر
first one,
أيام الله
Al Asr, by
والدهر
the time,
والليل
days,
والنهار.
time,
والعصر
nights,
هو صلاة
and
العصر
secondly, Al
لعظيم
Asr, the pray,
مكانتها
Al
عند
Asr
الله.
pray because of its great
فقال الله
importance.
تبارك
And Allah,
وتعالى
the Almighty said,
إن الإنسان لفي خسر. أقسم
indeed,
الله عز
man
وجل
is in loss.
أن
So
الإنسان
Allah
كل
swear,
الإنسان جنس
human
الإنسان
being,
في خسارة
they are in
ونقصان.
loss.
كل الإنسان
All
الأبيض
human being, white,
والأسود
black,
والعربي
Arabic,
والأعجمي
foreign,
كلهم في خسارة
they are all in loss,
وخسران كما جاء في هذه
as
الآية.
it's mentioned in
ثم
this
استثنى
verse.
الله عز وجل
Then Allah
واستكمل أسباب النجاة.
accepted who got
والعصر
the reasons
إن
for
الإنسان
success.
لفي خسر
Wallah,
إلا استثنى الله من
except
استكمل أسباب
those
النجاة من
who got
هذه
the
الخسارة.
reasons to be exempted
وأولها
from the loss. And
الإيمان
first
بالله
is
وبما
believing in
جاء
Allah
من عند الله.
and what
فقال
Allah
عز
sent,
وجل
where He said,
إلا الذين
except
آمنوا.
those who believed.
الإيمان أفضل الأعمال
So believing
والإحسان
is the best
خير الأعمال
actions and the more
والإيمان
blessed one.
أعلى الواجبات.
Believing is the
وقال
highest
عليه الصلاة والسلام
actions, as Prophet
أفضل
Muhammad said.
الأعمال إيمان بالله ورسوله. أفضل عمل يعمله الإنسان أن يؤمن إيمانا صحيحا
So to
بالله
have a
تبارك
correct belief
وتعالى
in Allah
ورسوله
and
صلى
also
الله
Prophet
عليه
Muhammad,
وسلم
peace be upon him.
كما فسره النبي
As
صلى الله عليه وسلم
Prophet
في
Muhammad
حديث
explained
جبريل المشهور
in the
حين
famous
سأله
hadith,
فقال الإيمان أن تؤمن بالله
believing is to
وملائكته
believe in Allah, His
وكتبه
angels, His books,
ورسله
His messengers,
واليوم الآخر
in the also the day of
وبالقدر
judgment, and
خيره
in
وشره.
destiny, bad
الإيمان
or good.
بالله أعلى المراتب.
So believing in Allah is the
فاستثنى
highest rank.
الله
So
المؤمنين
Allah
من أن
accepted
يكونوا
here
في خسارة.
the Muslims to be in
فبعدما
loss.
ذكر الله أن
So after
الشرط
he mentioned
الأول
that the first
للنجاة من
condition
هذه الخسارة
to not to be
الإيمان
one of the losers,
بقوله
to
تعالى
believe, as he said,
إلا الذين
except
آمنوا.
those who believed.
ذكر الله عز وجل
Allah
الأمر
mentioned
الثاني
the
فقال
second thing where he said,
وعملوا الصالحات.
and
لابد
they
بعد
did
الإيمان بالله
the
من
righteous
العمل
deeds.
الصالح
So after
أداء
believing,
ما افترض
need to
الله
be good
واجتناب ما
actions
حرم الله.
and also to avoid what
فجمعوا
Allah prohibited.
جمعوا بين
So they
الإيمان
gathered
بالله
between believing in Allah
ورسوله
and
صلى
between
الله
also
عليه
Prophet Muhammad,
وسلم
peace be upon him,
وبين فعل
and
الأعمال
with
الصالحة
doing good
وبين
deeds
فعل الخيرات
and doing
والمحرمات.
what's
وهذا
also good and
داخل في
satisfy
فعل
Allah, and that
الأعمال
include
الخير كلها.
all the good actions
أعمال
and
الخير
deeds,
منها
good
ظاهرة
deeds,
ومنها باطنة
explicit or
ومنها
implicit,
متعلق بحق
or
الله
what's related
ومنها
the
بحقوق
rights of
العباد.
Allah, or even the
وأهمها
rights of His worshippers.
المستحبة
Some of it is like,
وهؤلاء
some of them, they are
آمنوا
obligatory. So
بقلوبهم
those people, they believed with their hearts correctly, without any doubt, and they did the great deeds. They continued to do great deeds with their bodies and also with their tongues. They obeyed Allah. They also combined believing and also doing good actions, though they are accepted from the loss. So they are winning, not in loss. So they are in a great winning in the day of judgment, not in loss, because they did for the final word or the second word, and they weren't busy about it. Then Allah mentioned the third thing in order to be saved from this loss, where Allah the Almighty said, and did ritual deeds and advised each other to truth. So, advice is, for example, to close the gaps in the cloth, and also it's taken from filtering the honey, taking the small, as Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him.
ولرسوله ولأئمة المسلمين وعامتهم. قال الإمام أبو سليمان
So, Abu Sulaiman
الله تعالى:
said,
النصيحة
the
كلمة
advice
يعبر
is a
بها
word to
عن
express
الملة،
a
وهي إرادة
sentence
الخير
which
للمسلم.
is the will of
فالنصيحة
good
لله
thing for the person.
صحة الاعتقاد
So here to have
بالله
good
أنه
belief
واحد لا
in
شريك
Allah,
له،
that He is the one without
وإخلاص
any partner,
النية في
and to have the
عبادته
good
لعبادته
intention, the pure
سبحانه
intention
وتعالى.
in worshiping Allah,
والنصيحة لكتاب الله
and for His book,
الإيمان به
to believe in the book,
والعمل بما فيه.
and to do
والنصيحة
according
لرسول
to
الله
what's in it. And
صلى
for
الله
Prophet
عليه
Muhammad, peace be
وسلم
upon him,
التصديق بنبوته
to believe in his
وترك
message
الطاعة له
and
فيما
to
أمر
obey
الله
what
وما
Allah
نهى الله عنه.
instructed and to avoid what He
والنصيحة
prohibited.
لأئمة
And
المؤمنين
for the
أن
Imams
يطيعهم في الحق
to obey in the right
ولا يرى الخروج عليهم
and
بالسيف فجاره.
not to go
والنصيحة
against them
لعامة
if they
المسلمين
misobey. And the advice
إرشادهم
for the Muslims
إلى
to guide
مصالحهم.
them to their
فمن
interests,
أراد
who
النجاة
want
فإن من
to
أسباب
win
النجاة
and to be
أشياء
saved.
ذكرها الله في
Reasons that
هذه
Allah
السورة
mentioned in
العظيمة:
this great surah,
التناصح
giving
وتواصوا
advice,
بالحق. التواصي بالحق
giving advice each other to
والصواب
truth,
الواضح والمقصود في
which is
هذه
clear
الآية
and what's
الكريمة
evident in this surah.
أداء الطاعات
So to
وترك
obey,
المنكرات
to do the good
فيجب
things and
علينا
to avoid the
إن
bad
أردنا
things.
النجاة
If we want to be
أن
saved,
نتناصح
we need to give
بيننا
advices between us,
ونوصي بعضنا
and we
بعضا
need to also
بأن نفعل
recommend and
هذه
advise
الفضيلة.
to do this good
فالنصيحة
deed,
والتناصح
giving advice
بالأسلوب الحسن
in a good way
واللين والرفق
and also
والصدق.
in smooth
وقال
and soft,
الله تعالى:
in confidence.
وتواصوا بالصبر.
And also Allah said,
النصيحة
and
تأخذ
advise
الفرد
each other
بالصبر.
to patience, also
والصبر
to
هو
advise us
حبس
to be
النفس،
patient,
وهو حبس النفس عما
which
حرم
is
الله،
to stop
وعدم التسخط
the
على
from
أقدار
doing
ذلك
from what
الأمر.
Allah prohibited,
فالإيمان
and not to
يحتاج
be
إلى
angry
الصبر،
from the
والعمل
destiny.
الصالح
So you need
كما
to work
يحتاج
hard
إلى صبر،
and also to
ولا
be
نصيحة
patient,
تحتاج
giving advice
إلى أن يصبر الإنسان
to
أن
be patient
يبتعد عما
and
حرم
to be
الله
away from what
حتى
Allah
لا يقع
prohibited
الإنسان فيما
in
حرم
order
الله.
not to to do
ولذلك
them.
ذكر الله
So
الصبر
Allah said,
أكثر من 90
He
موضع،
mentioned, Allah
90
mentioned
موضع في
patience in
القرآن
more
الكريم.
than 90
والتواصي
times in the
بالصبر
Holy Quran.
من صفات
So
الناجين من الخسران،
advising each other to
ولم يكن من
patience
صفاتهم
is very
أنهم
important.
صابرون فحسب،
The
بل
losers, they
زادوا
are not
على ذلك
patient,
بأنهم
but also
كانوا يتواصون بالصبر، يوصي بعضهم
the good people, they give advice and patience to each other. We have three type of patience. First, the patience in order to do what Allah instructed or give instructions. Secondly, to stop the person himself from doing bad. And third, to be patient.
لأن هذا فيه اعتراض على
So,
الله
in the
سبحانه
destiny, when
وتعالى
something bad
وإن
come,
كثيرا من
to be
الخلق
patient. Many
يقعون في
people,
هذا
they fall
وتأتيهم
in
الصبر على
this
المصائب
with leaving or not
فمنهم
being
من
patient
يقع في
during
الفتنة عند
crisis.
المصيبة
So
ومنهم من يقع
some
فيما
people,
دون ذلك
they
من
change
المعاصي
their religion or
إذا
doing
حاول
sins,
لجلب المال
like
بالحرام
to
عند
try to get
المصائب
money
أو اكتساب
during
المكاسب المحرمة
problems or winning it
بالكذب
illegally with
وكما يحدث
lying or
لكثير
other
من
things,
الناس
as
عند
many
المصيبة
people
والفقر
say when they are
وقد وعد
poor.
الله الصابرين
Allah promised the
والمحتسبين أجرا
patient
عظيما
with
إذ
great
قال جل
deeds,
جلاله
where He said,
إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب كان الرجلان من أصحاب رسول الله صلى
so
الله عليه
the
وسلم
companions of Prophet
إذا
Muhammad, peace be upon
التقيا
him, if
لم
they met,
يفترقا إلا أن
they don't
يقرأ
be
أحدهما
separated
على الآخر
until one
سورة العصر إلى
pray
آخرها
or read
ثم يسلم
Al-Asr
على
Surah
الآخر
and
وقد
degrade the
قال
second
الشافعي
person.
رحمه
And
الله
Al-Shafi'i said,
لو تدبر الناس
if we
هذه
were
السورة
reflected in this
لوسعتهم
surah, it
أسأل
will
الله
accommodate them.
تعالى أن
I pray to
ينفعنا
Allah
بالقرآن
to benefit
العظيم
us from
وأن
the Holy
يجعل
Quran and
آياته
also to
علينا
have all the blessings
إنه
on
سميع
us.
بصير